Hey guys, this is Heather. I'm a Beyond Quantum Healing Hypnosis practitioner, and I have a really cool session that I wanted to share with you today. I haven't posted any sessions in a long time, but this one was so fun, and there were so many synchronistic connections between me and this client. So, they actually connect to some of the videos that I've posted recently about blue light healing. So, I had this amazing client. Come and work with me back in May. Super sweet, just connected really easily with this soul. And we had an amazing session. During the session, we worked with electric blue light energy. So, if you're familiar with Beyond Quantum Healing or Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique, QHHT, you might have seen that practitioners will work with light during a session. So we've got all these blocks that it's just like trapped energy within the body. We hold emotion within the body. We have things that are from this lifetime, from past lifetimes, that are just having a really negative effect on us. So as a practitioner, we go in and we do the work to release that energy. We either work with the guides to release it, or we can follow it back and find out where the root cause of that energy, where that issue started. And we work to sort of release that and heal it. And then we always fill up that space, because when you release that energy, you don't want anything coming back and getting in there. So we work with the guides and we bring in different colors or different frequencies of energy. So different colors have different frequencies and they affect the body in different ways. Now, I don't really understand quite how that works. I just know that it does. And I know what my clients experience after we work with these different colors within the body. So one of the things that I've noticed is I have a lot of clients when we're doing the healing work that work with this beautiful, vibrant electric blue energy, sort of like the color of my exercise ball back there. It's just really bright and vibrant. That's the way that I see it when I work with it. And blue is a very healing color, but it seems to come in a lot, especially when there's a lot to release or a lot that needs to be healed. We bring in that color. So after this session with my client the first time, I had sort of this intuitive hit. It was like, pushing me to make a video about how to work with the energy. So I have a video that just teaches you very easily, very simply, how to bring that energy in through the crown, pull it down through the body, and how to work with your chakras and release that energy. So you can do this all on your own. You don't need anybody to help you do it. It's just something you can practice in meditation. However, after I made that video, then it was like the guides were pushing me to create a session. So for those who are like, I don't want to sit here and work with this energy, I can't do it. I can't quiet my mind enough. I have a session on my website. It's healing with blue light energy. I know there's videos about it you can find on my channel. I'll try and link them below as well. But it's a full session where we're going to call in the guides and we're going to work with this energy and bring it all the way through the body for healing. So it's guided. You can do it at home, and it's very, very powerful. So little did I know, as I'm creating all of these things around this blue light healing energy, my client, Edie, she is also working with blue light, and her guides are teaching her just all on her own how to use it. So this is not something that I guided her to do, but something that she started doing intuitively. To work with this blue light, not only within herself, but she was guided to send it out to other people, myself included, which is really amazing. So she, since her session, started tuning into all of these intuitive abilities. She started being able to feel other people's energies, which you'll see in her session is a little bit overwhelming. And the guides sort of give her a little bit of advice on how she can not feel that energy so much. And she's just been intuitively picking up on a lot of stuff. So you'll hear when we get to the higher self portion of the session, all of these abilities that she's been tapping into. And she's going through her awakening, but it's happening very rapidly. And I can attest to that because mine happened very rapidly too. So I completely understand, you know, she's sort of feeling like, oh, all this craziness is happening. But I love it. So in her session, she starts out as this amazing 8 to 10 foot tall being who is this protector and just really cares about the people that she's sort of a guardian over. It reminded me a little bit of Greek mythology. Like I could just sort of see in my own mind's eye during her session this amazing Greek being, but she said she has these wings that just could, you know, she could just expand them out. After her sessions, she said it was the most amazing visual that she had of these beautiful wings expanding. But she was this protector and guardian. And then in the second life, she was also a different type of being. We never really figured out what exactly these beings were, but her description is completely different. It's like very dark skin, almost a bluish green color, and no hair on the head, and wearing sort of maybe like a silvery metallic suit. And her job was to work with a group of beings who brought life to planets. So they sort of seeded planets with food and water and different resources. And sometimes planets didn't quite make it for whatever reason. And she would try to come in. I think she was a male in this life, but she would come in and just try to fix it as much as she could. So in this lifetime, this current lifetime, she works for the fire department and she's an assistant chief. And of course, she's still doing the same sort of protective healing work that she's been carrying through many lifetimes. So it was really beautiful to see how they pulled all that together and showed her, you know, what her soul has been and how she's carried that through, and how she's going to be expanding back into the healing work that she's done in past lives. So I just think there's so much good information. We talk a little bit about the destruction of the earth around the time of Atlantis. There's a little bit of information that comes through while she's viewing the last lifetime, but they don't give us a lot of information. They're a little hush hush, but we do find out from her higher self that it's connected back to the time of Atlantis. And that's sort of when the destruction of that time period happened. I think the people there were doing a lot of things that they weren't supposed to be doing. And so she was part of a council that was overseeing what was going on the planet at the time. And it sounds like intuitively, I'm getting that there was a little bit of conflict between what to do. Do you let this planet destroy itself, or do you let those beings destroy themselves, or do you intervene? And it sounds like there was a little bit of conflict. So if you know anything about what happened in Atlantis, you'll know that they didn't make it. So obviously that was allowed to take place. So anyway, so much good information. Working with this blue light energy, the guides talk about how powerful it is. So if that's something that you feel drawn to, if you are looking for ways of bringing in healing energy into the body, I've got a few videos on my channel you can look at. I'll link some videos below. And then I have the full session that if you want to get that, you can. I actually have a really amazing special going on in June for anyone who books a Beyond Quantum Healing Hypnosis session. You get a free copy of either the Quantum Energy Healing session, which is more of a general healing session, or you can get the Blue Light Energy Healing session. Both are fantastic. But when you book a session in the month of June, you're going to get one of those. So when you go to book your session, you can pick which one, and I will send you an email shortly after you book your session with the energy healing session. And you can do that before your BQH session, because it's really going to help to start flushing that energy out, so you have an even stronger connection to your guides and your higher self. So I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you so much for checking it out, and I will talk to you in the next video. Where are you?
I'm not sure.
What do you see around you?
Big room.
A big room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good.
It's bright.
Mm-hmm. What else do you notice?
Then I'm walking through another door.
Mm-hmm.
So, large arches. Water fountains.
Large arches.
Like marble.
Marble arches. Beautiful.
The water fountains are long. Walkways around each side. Palm trees.
Mm.
Sky's blue and pink. It's like sunset or close to it.
Beautiful.
There's grapes off to the left-hand side.
What was that?
It's like an orchard, like a grapevines.
Mm. And in this place, do you feel like you have a body?
Mm-hmm.
And as you focus your attention on that body, do you feel male or female?
Male.
And as you look down at your feet, tell me what you're wearing on your feet.
I've got sandals on.
Mm-hmm.
And they wrap up all the way to my calves above them.
And what about your body? What are you wearing on your body?
Almost like not a toga, but close to it. It's white, gold stitching. It's elaborate.
Does the body feel okay? Does the body feel young or old here?
30-ish.
30-ish?
30-ish.
Okay, very good. And as you focus in on your body, do you have any other ornamentation or anything you're wearing on your wrist?
To my side.
Nice.
It's in my head. It's around my head, almost like leaves, vine, something.
And as you look down at your hands, do you feel like you're carrying anything in your hands?
I've got bracelet, gold bracelet on. 2. Red ring.
What do you imagine the significance of the red ring is?
I'm not sure yet.
Very good.
I'm a lot taller than everyone else.
How tall do you feel?
Eight, 10 foot.
8 to 10 feet?
Yeah.
Wow. And so in this place, do you notice if there are others around you?
Mm-hmm. There's many.
And do they look like you or do they look different?
The smaller ones look different. Well, the same but different. There's a few larger ones like me.
So as you focus in on your face and your head, tell me a little bit more about what that looks like. You mentioned brown hair.
I do have brown hair, short.
Are there any features on your face that stand out to you?
To me, they're normal.
Okay. Do your features look the same as the smaller people that are around you, or do you look a little different?
A little different. Longer face.
Longer face. And so as you look around this space where you are, what else stands out to you?
Everyone's preparing for a feast.
Tell me more about that.
Food is being moved into the hall. I'm not sure what's going on yet.
Very good. So,
Life celebration.
a celebration,
Life.
life celebration. Is this a special celebration or a regular type of celebration?
It's special. There's some food. And everyone's happy.
And where is this celebration taking place?
In this big hall. The brightness is coming from all the tall people, like me.
Did you say the brightness?
Mm-hmm.
So, like a light?
We've encircled the table, and our hands are touching each other from palm to palm, and the brightness comes from us. Vibration is big.
So as you tune in, what is the purpose of joining hands to bring this light through?
To raise the vibration.
Tell me more about that.
It's a releasing of one of our souls back to source.
So is there someone you're helping to cross over today? Is it a being like yourself?
Mm-hmm. I'm related, but I don't know how. I don't know if it's a brother or a sister. But they're gone. Well, they've gone. But they're still here.
So tell me the process of how this works.
The vibration from all of us together was just almost a rite of passage, honoring the light would have went on anyway, but the love and the caring of each of us, just a rite of passage. It's beautiful. Just a rite of passage.
So when one of these...
No one is sad. No one is sad. We are all happy.
Very good. And so you come together to have a life celebration. When is it the being, did they choose to leave? Was it an aging of the body or just a choice to leave the body?
It was time for them to go back.
Mm-hmm.
It was a choice.
Beautiful. So now that this being has left, his spirit's left the body, tell me what happens next.
The celebration begins.
Tell me more about that.
The whole tables are filled with food and wine. There's music. Harp like music. It's dancing. A lot of laughter. Just nice, relaxed atmosphere. It's fun.
Very good. And so as you tune in to your own energy, what is it that you imagine is your role in this place? What is it that you do?
I'll protect. Okay, wings.
You have wings? Tell me about those wings. What do they look like?
Attached to the insides of my shoulder blades.
What color are they?
They're big and beautiful. I can tuck them away where they can stand out.
And how does it make you feel to have these beautiful big white wings?
From hearts. I feel great, but I'm just, my job. I feel a lot of love. There's love everywhere. But my job is to protect. My friend. Make sure nothing bad comes in to the plate.
And so, do you get a sense of where you are as far as, are you on a planet, a star system? Does anything come to mind? Any name that comes to you? Okay, very good.
I know the sky is different.
The sky is different.
There's a couple of different planets that are nearby.
This is not on Earth. This is on another planet.
Right.
Very good. So, as you're in this life celebration and you're enjoying time spent here, is there anything else that stands out to you of importance about the scene?
There's a few other ones that have wings. They're white as well.
Do they look like you?
Yeah, they're tall. They're tall.
Very good. So let's go ahead and close out the scene. We'll just close out the scene and we'll move you to another important scene in this life of this tall, angelic type of being with the wings. Just being there now, something important that's happening, something that you need to see. And as you arrive there, tell me what it is that you notice around you.
The landscape around me is different.
The landscape is different.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you see.
The area is almost like desolate. It's like something happened to it.
Do you feel that you're in the same place or maybe a different place now?
Maybe a different place.
Okay, very good. Let's explore this place. So the air feels brown, desolate, and the colors have changed.
Yeah.
What does the sky look like?
It's dark. It's like a different planet.
Mm-hmm.
It's not there for much longer.
So as you focus in on yourself in this place, do you look the same or do you look different?
I'm different.
Okay. So do you feel male or female in this place?
I can't tell.
Okay. Do you feel as though you have a body?
I do. It's different.
Okay, it's just different. Are you able to see your feet in this place?
I have on some type of suit.
Mm-hmm.
And shoes won't allow me to see my feet.
Okay. So as you focus in on your body, what does this suit look like? What color is it?
Silvery blue.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a really round head.
What does your head look like? Do you have any hair on your head?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm.
What color is your skin?
Mm. Light blue gray.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
It's different.
Mm-hmm. And what do your eyes look like? What color are they?
They're darkish. My head's almost elongated.
Mm-hmm. What's the skin like? What does it look like?
Smooth.
Smooth.
Very smooth. I'm taking notation of the planet.
Mm-hmm.
It's not long for being there.
What's happening to the planet?
Its life is about to end.
Mm-hmm. If you were to tune into the energy of the planet, does a name come to mind of where you are?
Mm. Mm-mm.
Very good.
I can't get it.
That's okay. You're doing great. So are you there on this planet by yourself, or are there others there with you?
I'm by myself this time.
And so what type of information are you recording?
I'm looking and trying to find if it can be salvaged to bring life back to it. Or is it so far gone that it has to just go?
Did this planet have life on it at one time?
It did.
What happened to the life? What happened to the planet?
Somehow it was destroyed. I'm not sure how.
And you can just go ahead and strengthen your inner knowing that the information can just flow easily and effortlessly to you. And you'll know exactly why the planet is no longer has life on it. What comes through?
The beings that were on it destroyed each other.
Mm.
I rebuild planets.
You reheal planets. And in what ways do you do this work?
There's a large team behind me. It comes up with new ways for food, plants, and water. They're constantly working to make it right. I'm not so sure this one can be salvaged.
Hmm. How does that make you feel?
Very sad.
Hmm.
I like bringing life.
So if a planet can't be salvaged, what happens to it?
It will explode like a supernova.
Hmm.
But there are things that can be planted into the supernova. Life amongst itself. So it spreads through the universe.
And what effect does that have on the universe when a planet explodes like that?
Brings life to other places.
Hmm.
That's why I'm there. I'm implanting extra life to give other planets life.
So you're going to put life onto this planet so as it explodes, it brings life to other planets. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. It goes out into the universe and attaches to other planets
Hmm.
to bring new life.
And how does that happen? Can you explain that process?
Small microbes that once they land, they reproduce and they grow or inhabit. It's a long process. But time is nothing.
So does something like this happen often, or is this just an occasional happening on a planet?
New life is implanted daily in several different planets.
Tell me more about that.
All planets are changing. We're good.
Very good.
Beings are changing on other planets.
Mm-hmm. In what ways?
Evolving.
And so in this place, as you bring new life to it, tell me what happens next.
It's time for me to leave. I've got to leave. It's getting close. I go back.
Mm-hmm.
Get far away until it's time.
So as you leave this planet, tell me how it is that you travel.
It's almost like in my mind. I just lifted up and took off. I soar through the stars.
Mm. And so as you leave this planet, do you head back home or do you go somewhere else?
Back where we decide to experience on all sorts of things, to reproduce, make new foods, help other beings. This place is huge. There's like an ocean in this place.
Tell me more about what this place is like. What does it look like?
Like the water, the ocean that it's all of us are working in is like under a bubble.
Do you work underneath the water or you work on top of the surface? You can.
I can, yeah.
Are there like dwellings or structures underneath the water that you work in?
Yes. To watch the new life that we've made and make sure that they thrive and make sure that they have food, a food source that they can thrive in different waters. Those are different.
So is this something that is there a group that you work with that does this, or is this something that the entire planet does that you're on?
I know this large group that I work with. That's our main goal.
That's your goal.
Mm-hmm.
And so they come up with these different types of foods, and then you're one of the ones that brings and sort of plants the seeds.
Them all.
Okay. So you oversee. And so you make decisions. So tell me what happens next in this place.
It's very busy. I'm one of the ones. We have large meetings, and I'm in all the large meetings about different planets and things that we should do. The council.
So this is a council?
Yeah.
Does this council have a name? Does anything come to mind that you're on?
There's different beings in this council.
Mm-hmm. From different places?
Yes.
How many?
We all have the same thing that we need, that we're striving for.
Mm-hmm. Is this a large council, or how many beings do you notice?
It's quite a few.
Mm-hmm. And all of these beings look different from you or similar?
Some of them look different. There's a good portion of them that look different.
So as you're sitting on this council today, what is it that you're discussing, or what project are you working on?
Whatever it is, it's massive. It's massive enough to bring all the beings in to discuss it.
Mm-hmm. So just allow your inner knowing to strengthen, allowing the images and the information to drift and float in, and you'll know exactly why you're there today in this meeting. And tell me what's the first thing that comes to mind.
It's discussion about Earth.
Mm. And what's happening with Earth?
There's discussions on what to do with it.
What's happening on Earth at this time that's being discussed?
The beings. How much information give or not give.
Mm.
Some are angry.
The people on Earth or the council?
Council.
What are they angry about?
I don't think they should. They don't think that some of the beings should survive.
They don't think that the beings on Earth should survive?
Mm-hmm.
What's the reason for that?
I don't know. I'm trying to catch a conversation. I can't.
Okay, I'll allow you to listen to that.
Their voices are silent.
Okay, very good. So as you are sitting in this council meeting, tell me the next thing that happens.
I missed it. The meeting's over.
Mm. And do you feel like you have a sense of what was accomplished in the meeting, or any decisions that were
I know the beings will survive.
on Earth?
There's only a small portion of them that fought for their extinction. The rest, life. The majority ruled.
So do you feel as though there's an event that is supposed to take place or has taken place on Earth?
I'm not sure what it is, but I can see Earth right now. It's so blue.
Mm.
It's brilliant.
Tell me more about that. What else do you notice?
That it has a beautiful vibration right now. I can see the energy field around it.
And do you feel like you're seeing this Earth before or after the event that was being discussed in the meeting?
as before.
Mm-hmm.
It's very healthy. Gaia thrives. It's beautiful.
Very good. And so, what do you feel like happens next after you leave this meeting? Where do you go?
Back to the large laboratories.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't always fix Earth, we fix everything. Everywhere. Try to heal. To make things thrive.
How do you feel about your position?
Very proud. Because we do very good work and we do things to make people, planets, and beings healthy. They don't know about it. They're just placed there for them.
Very good. So let's close out the scene that you're looking at. And we're just going to move ahead in this life to another important scene, something that is happening or something that you need to see. And be there now. And tell me what it is that you notice around you.
In the darkness.
Okay. Very good. Do you feel like you're anywhere at all or just floating?
Just floating.
Okay. So let's do this. I'd like to go ahead and ask the higher self to come forward to answer some of Edie's questions. Would it be okay to start with her list of questions?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. So you started out showing Edie as this beautiful, tall, white being with these gorgeous, large wings. Why did you show her that lifetime today?
She has always been a protector and a healer. No matter her size, she's always been tall.
And are there any gifts and abilities that she can bring forward into this current lifetime from that lifetime?
She will heal. She does it whether she knows it or not. She is coming forward.
Very good. And is there anything else about that lifetime that she needs to know today?
In time.
Very good. And then the next life that we looked at, she was a being who was working to bring life to planets. What does she need to know about that lifetime?
The lesson was, no matter how hard you work to make things live, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it has to die. To let it go.
And Edie saw that she was part of a council. Is there a specific council that she's a part of that does this work? Is this the council that's doing this work at this time?
Still active.
Mm-hmm. What else does she need to know about that?
She's an overseer of the group. She has input, but not the major input.
And is she working with this council still at this time? Is she still connected, working in dream state, or?
She's connected. That's the reason why she wakes up.
Very good. And so during this lifetime, they were looking at Earth and seeing some destruction that may happen or some extinction of life. Is there anything that you can tell us about that?
It was first early beginnings.
So something that's already happened from her linear standpoint.
Way long ago.
What had happened to cause that extinction?
There were a few of the beings that didn't think that Earth's humans should be involved in that much teaching to help them evolve. Some were experimenting with DNA, which shouldn't. There were too many hands in the pot.
Was this during the time of Atlantis or another time period?
Yes, it could be, yes.
Okay. Very good. Is there anything else about that life that she needs to know today?
She did everything she could to do the best. But sometimes your best is not good enough. It's okay.
Is there any energy that she's holding on to from that lifetime that needs to be released today?
No, she's already done it.
Okay, very good. Let's begin by doing a body scan. And let's just scan through Edie's body. We did a good bit of work the last time she was here. Is there any areas of the body we need to focus on for healing today? Her heart? What's going on there?
There's still some walls.
Okay.
Not many. She has done very well.
Are these walls that we can remove today, or do we need to take a deeper look at where these walls were created?
They can be removed today.
Okay, very good. And so we'll just ask the guides and the higher self to begin to release and remove those walls, just bringing in a hammer and breaking those walls down. And as this energy is being released from Edie's heart, we want to bring in a beautiful healing energy. What color would you like to use?
Green.
Beautiful. Perfect. And what emotions can we fill that area up with?
Love.
Beautiful. So just bringing in this beautiful high frequency green and pink energy, allowing this energy just to swirl down through your crown, moving through the third eye and the throat, releasing any blocks that are being held in those areas, and just allowing this energy to swirl right down into the heart, pushing out the remaining walls that Edie has built to keep herself safe, and bringing in the frequency of love into the heart, and just allowing that energy to expand outside of the heart space, allowing the energy to flow all throughout the body, down into the solar plexus and into the sacral and down into the roots, and just releasing any and all blocks and resistance within the body, bringing that energy all the way down to the tips of her toes, and draining out all low frequency energy, just allowing it to drain down into Gaia, to be transmuted into love and light. And as you scan through the body, is there anywhere else you notice that needs healing today?
Sacral chakra.
What's going on there? What is she holding?
Let go. Just to let go. Don't look back.
Some energy that's holding her back. Okay. I'm just going to allow the guides to begin to pull that energy out, suctioning all of it out with a vacuum cleaner. Just really getting in there, because we don't want anything holding Edie back in this life. We want her stepping in to all of her amazing gifts and abilities. And as this energy is being released, we're going to fill this space up with a beautiful high frequency energy. What color would you like to use?
Deep red.
Deep red. Very good. And what emotion would you like to place there? Say that again for me. Happiness. Beautiful. So we'll just ask the guides to assist us, bringing in this beautiful deep red energy, just swirling it around that sacral chakra, releasing any of this low frequency or discordant energy that is holding you back from stepping into your full power, and allowing that beautiful deep red energy to become brighter and brighter, expanding it out and allowing the energy to flow throughout your bones and your blood and into every cell, clearing and cleansing all of the low frequency energy held within the body, and making that chakra nice and open, balanced and aligned, and the energy is spinning. And so scanning through the body, how did the other chakras look? Any blockages that you see? Everything looks good. Very good. So Edie and I had a session a month ago that was wonderful. And since the session, she has began to experience many heightened intuitive abilities. One of the things that she's noticed is that she can feel other people's energy. What can you tell her about that?
It's intense, but work through it. It will get better. It will get better. Stay grounded. Grounding is very important. Take time to quiet. She has a whole lot of trouble being quiet.
So, can you show her the best way for her to ground her energy?
Breathing, the breath. See the ground, see the roots come from her feet into God. She's doing it. It will get easier. It's a lot of downloads. She's healthy, she can do it.
So it sounds like she's receiving a lot of information, a lot of higher dimensional information. Mm-hmm. Can you tell her why it's coming in so fast for her?
She opened up for it. She was ready. It's time. Slowly but surely we'll get it all. She'll receive.
And so when she's feeling other people's energy so intensely, can you give her some advice on how she can soften that a little bit?
Take a moment to breathe in and ground. Make sure that your field is up for protection. And let your guard down a lot. It will help push them back.
And when you say put your field up, I know in Edie's last session, we talked about bringing that blue light energy around. Yes. Is that exactly what she needs to do?
Yes.
Okay, so just imagine a beautiful sphere of light around her.
She keeps it up, but sometimes she drops it.
And so what's happening when she drops it? What causes that to happen?
A few of the negative vibrations are allowed in, and she feels them. It's not time yet, but she will know how to heal that. She knows a little, but not a lot.
And so she mentioned that she's struggling to be around some of her friends, which to me feels like she's feeling those negative frequencies. So is that what's happening there?
Yes.
Is there anything that you can share with her about that?
You'll know who to let in and who not to. Sometimes you have to release.
Very good. And so she mentioned things have heightened for her after the the eclipse that we experienced or that we had recently. And one of the things that she's experienced is quite a bit of anxiety, just this feeling of anxiety that's coming up. What can you tell her about that?
It's part of the downloads that she received during the time, a little before and a little after, and during. She's still receiving them. You'll work through it. She's going to do it. Take a big, deep breath. Make sure you're grounded. Drink lots of water. Drink lots of water.
So the anxiety that she feels is actually receiving information as opposed to releasing of energy.
It's a little of both. She's receiving, she's releasing, she's getting everything.
Very good.
She's released a lot. She's done well.
Can you tell her about the releasing process? What can you share with her about releasing that energy?
Releasing that negative energy that she's kept in for so long. After she's done it, she is becoming lighter and lighter. She has opened herself up for receiving. She is going to come into herself. It will be beautiful. It's not here yet. Be patient.
Very good.
Come.
So we spoke last time that she was going to be moving into a different position at some point, and we have discovered that Edie is a very powerful healer. So is that part of the work that she's going to be doing?
Yes.
And what can you tell her about that today?
That it's only a small portion of what she'll be able to do. It does happen. Shh. We'll heal many. We'll be able to heal many at once.
And can you tell her in what ways will she do this healing?
She will have a lot of vibration. Will shine.
How does her frequency and vibration affect others?
Moves them towards her. That's part of her gift. She is a guiding light.
Very good. So she says when she tries to sit down and meditate that she has a lot of things happening in her mind and some visions. What's going on there when she's meditating?
She is a superstar. She has been that in every life, just about. She is a protector, a healer, in many lifetimes. beacon of hope and light.
Beautiful. And so when she's in meditation, is she connecting back into those lifetimes? Pulling that energy into this one?
Yes, in snapshots.
Mm.
Sometimes she has to push them away to be quiet.
Is there anything that you can share with her about her meditations, just how to push those images away, or she'll get better in time?
She will get better in time.
Mm.
She's better now. She draws in quickly now.
Very good. Thank you. So we worked together in a session which inspired me to create a blue light energy healing session. And we both have been working with blue light, but she said on the 27th that she experienced blue light in the entire room. Can you tell her what was happening when she was seeing all of that?
She was given the gift. The healing gift was reopened inside of her to let her know that she can use this. And she did. She gave her healing and care and love to Heather. And gratitude to help her open. It is a gift. It is her healing gift. The blue light that surrounds her.
That is so beautiful. So, what is the connection that Edie and I have? What is it that brought us together?
You've known each other before. I think you're going to work together.
Beautiful.
She's still got a little ways to go.
And I will be here to support her through that.
We know.
So she mentioned that she was able to tune into my energy just by reading one of my emails that I send out to my email subscribers. What is this gift and ability that she has to tune in that way?
She felt your need. She felt the intuitive portion of the gift, knew that you needed the healing, that you had something going on. That is her power. She heals. Beautiful healing. She is a giver. She protects and heals. You had something going on. She could feel it, and she acted on it. That's what we wanted to see.
Mm.
She can do it. Now she can do it more often to others.
Well, I feel very blessed to have met Edie and just absolutely love watching her expand into her own beautiful gifts. So I'm grateful. So, are these abilities that she has, would they be clairvoyant abilities? Are they mediumship abilities? Because she's also able to see spirits. Can you tell her, what are these gifts?
She has the opportunity to bring in many different skills. Whatever she channels in, she will receive.
So does
she has already glimpsed across dimensions.
Tell her about that. She said she was driving early morning, I think, and saw someone on a bike, but it seemed a little bit off. Was she seeing into another dimension?
Yes.
Okay. What can you tell her about that experience?
That you're close. You will see. You're going to get there. You just needed a small glimpse to let you know. You are fine-tuning. Keep working at it.
Very good. So will she continue to see into, will that expand for her to be able to see into multiple dimensions?
Yes, eventually.
Okay, when she's ready.
She is capable of powers, skills, abilities.
So I feel like I already know the answer to this, but is Edie a starseed?
Yes.
And can you tell her her sort of point of origin or place of origin? Is there anything you can share with her about that?
Not you.
Okay, very good. So she says that she has started communicating with her guides on a regular basis, but she doesn't feel like she's hearing anything. What can you tell her about this?
It will come in time.
Okay.
Keep talking. We all hear you.
And so if she wanted to begin to hear communication from her guides, what's the best way that she can work on that?
Get into nature. Put all the distractions away. Be alone. Breathe in. Nature. Ground. We will be there.
Very good. And she said that she was hearing a clear message. I forget the name of the place, but there's a nature outdoor place that she's been told many times to go to. Can you tell her about that?
Yes.
A forest or a park?
Fall Creek Falls.
Yes, that's it.
The energy there is great.
There's
water, rushing water, the foams, the foliage, beautiful landscapes. Go there, be alone. We will be there.
Very good. So she had a relationship, and she felt like that relationship may have been a twin flame connection. What can you tell her about that?
It is a twin flame.
And can you explain from your perspective what that is? What makes that connection?
They weren't vibrating together at all. They were not aligned. Only partial. She knows that sometimes that just doesn't work out. She released, which was very good. It's okay.
So are twin flame connections always meant to be together in a lifetime, or are they meant to help the other grow?
Either or. They are still friends, which sometimes twin flames are just friendships.
So being a twin flame, was there a contract that goes along with that, or do the twins just automatically work together? Okay.
Yes, and she had to learn that lesson, and she did.
So there were lessons with that contract that needed to be fulfilled. Very good. And she feels that down the road, there will be a perfect relationship for her. She wants to experience a very deep love.
She will.
Okay. What else can you tell her or show her to help her with that?
She has been with this one in many lives before. It's coming. Be patient. It will be beautiful. You will finish out your lifetime here. You will be together.
And this relationship, will it manifest in her life at a certain time period, or when the frequencies are aligned, or both?
Both. This is new. She hasn't met him yet. Briefly. But not in that context.
So this may be someone that she's already met in this lifetime?
Possibly.
Okay. And would this person be considered a soulmate since they've had many incarnations together?
Yes.
Okay. And will they be working together on this new path that she's on?
Yes, they will.
Okay. Very good. Can we send some healing energy to her last partner today? Would her guides and higher self be accepting of some healing energies?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll just bring in this beautiful blue light that we've been working with. And we just like to connect in with Mila's guides and her higher self. And we just like to bring in this blue healing energy, just letting go of any of the blocks that are being held in her body, working through each chakra, opening up the crown, bringing the energy into the third eye and expanding that energy out, bringing in any activations that she's ready to experience in this life, allowing the energy to flow down through the throat, and releasing anything that is holding her back from speaking her truth and communicating in a clear and concise way. Bringing the energy down to the heart and asking the guides to release any blocks, any walls, any barriers that were placed in the heart space. And just bringing this beautiful blue healing energy into the heart and expanding it out, making it brighter and stronger, and opening up that heart so that she can receive and give love easily and effortlessly. Bringing this light down into the lower chakras, into the solar plexus, releasing anything that may be holding her back from standing in her power. Down to the sacral, releasing any addictive issues, behaviors, any lack of creativity is melting away. And all the way down to the root, making sure all of those fears, worries, and anxieties are being released from the body now. And then expanding this energy all throughout the body. And as we're tuned in to her guides, is there any areas of the body that we can assist with specifically? Any blocks?
Throat chakra.
Okay, let's continue. The heart chakra and the throat. So we just really want to focus on those areas. Just almost taking a vacuum and vacuuming that energy out, clearing it out, asking the guides to begin pulling and releasing as much as possible. And as this energy is released, just strengthening that bright blue energy, that electric blue energy that's so powerful, almost using it like a hose, a high-powered, like a fire hose that you use to put out fires. We're just going to take that fire hose and we are going to blast those chakras, making sure that all of that energy is released. All low frequencies, all discordant energy, all lower vibrations are being released from the body now. And as that energy flows through, it's becoming brighter and brighter and expanding out, pushing all of that energy out into the aura and making sure her energy field is nice and strong. And how is that looking now? Better. So we just send love and light to Mila. And we're grateful for the guides allowing us to do this work for her today. So we wanted to see if we could connect in with Edie's dogs. She says that they have been doing quite a bit of digging in her backyard, and we want to find out what's going on there. Why are they digging so much?
It's anxiety.
Oh.
They get excited. They see the rabbits and the little one just digs.
Is is there a way that we can communicate with our dogs today and help them to release some of the anxiety or bring in some calming energy for them?
Edie can do it with her electric blue.
Okay.
She knows how.
So when she's focused in on her dogs, is she bringing that in through her hands, or is she bringing that in through her visualization? What's the best way?
She can do it both ways.
Hmm. And what can she do to help them to stop digging? Is that something that we can communicate with them today?
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So just bringing in the energy to calm them a little bit.
Mm.
And do they have a message for Edie today?
They feel her vibration now.
Mm-hmm.
You're outside her door. Yeah.
What do they experience when they feel her vibration?
Curiosity first, and then calmness. They curl up at her feet. A lot of love.
Very good. So she just needs to work on bringing in that blue energy.
It's powerful.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So she mentioned she was getting her hair done, and her hairdresser, Penny, was talking about her parents, and Edie just tuned in to feeling as though when her parents passed, they would pass together. So is this going to be another one of her gifts and abilities to be able to really read into what someone else will experience?
Yes.
What does she need to know
She
about
is.
that?
Some will be receptive and some won't. Just choose the ones, or the ones will come to you for guidance.
Mm-hmm.
There will be many.
So is that seems to be almost a clairvoyant ability? Is it seeing into the future or seeing a
Yes.
timeline potential?
Eventually.
Hmm.
She's growing.
So what else is it that she needs to know today about all of these new intuitive gifts and abilities that are coming in? What else would you like to share with her?
Stay calm. Stay grounded. Work on your breath. Keep your blue light up. It will protect you from unwanted feelings. You'll get very good at it. You'll know who to let in and who not.
And when she's around others who are holding this negative frequency and she feels it so strongly, how can she use the blue light to assist them in releasing some of those negative emotions?
She can swirl it over the top of them. They won't know it, but she'll help them release. she will have to release some of her friends.
Hmm.
She knows this. It's okay.
Very good. Is there anything that I missed in today's session that you'd like to share with Edie?
This year we'll have any downloads. Be aware. Try not to get too excited. It's okay. She is going to do well. The light will shine.
Very good. And how often would you suggest that Edie listen to this recording to receive the energy and the full benefit?
Once a day for 5 days.
Mm.
Absorb it. Relive it.
Very good. Any final messages before I bring her back?
Keep up the work. Patience. It will come.
Very good. Thank you so much. I'd like to ask the higher self to go ahead and recede back to your time, space, and dimension. And we're going to begin to bring your light body back to your physical body now.